use helps all the university students right across every single faculty, undergraduate, postgraduate, some postdoc students, to help make their ideas happen. So it's very much about innovation. It's about getting students to improve their CVs, to show what they can actually do. It helps the region by students starting companies or projects or social enterprises, and so real impact upon the region itself. And of course it's actually one of the very few ways really in which one can guarantee that students from all sorts of different countries and backgrounds and degree programs work together on programs where they are genuinely interlinked and operating as a team. So it's a fantastic opportunity for students, showcases really the university's really very talented young and indeed older people in the work which they do. Every year hundreds of students will be able to put on their CV things which will get them better jobs or more interesting jobs. Every year hundreds of students again, I think, will be more interested in staying in touch with the university and with their colleagues here. And every year nearly thousands of students, I think, will have at least a slightly better experience of their time at the university because of the people that they've worked with in the different projects, or the fantastic success that, you know, like SIFE has in just recently winning the National Cup for the UK and taking that away with them. So I think the student experience, and actually the fact that students will literally you know, get a better job or a slightly more interesting job, slightly more fulfilling job when they leave. I enjoyed the most? Well, I think probably the interns are a constant source of immense pleasure and periodic irritation when they come up with sparky ideas of which one's first thought as an academic is to think, oh my god, you know, is that going to actually happen? But then it all gets pulled together at the end and very often taken into something which is really very imaginative, raises money for charities, does good things for a CV, helps students develop their businesses in China, all of which has been occurring recently. So I think perhaps the most obvious source of sort of pleasure and interest has been the intern projects, actually, which have been great, and they've been very enjoyable. One other hallmark of the way which we've tried to work, really, I think, is to develop electronic services in ways that really make sense to the young and somewhat older students that we engage with, and I'm really proud of that. And there's been a great bunch of people working on this, both in terms of research about what is going to be done there and the way that the website will work and the use of tweets and Twitter and so forth with it. And I think that's been a model which actually could be quite useful in other bits of the university too, because that's really started with what the function and the usage and the problem is, rather than hey guys, we need a website, or hey guys, we need a Twitter feed, which actually not just the university but everywhere tends to work that way round, from the technology as it were, whereas we've worked, I think, from the problem and said what can the technology deliver for us, and that website and all that process is, I think, fabulous and something which I hope other people can learn a bit from too.